Hello everybody and welcome to Sheepish Look at Dead Cells. My name is Genna and today we're playing a rogue-lite metroidvania Dark Souls game. I know you've heard these terms a million times, okay, but there's no better way to describe this game. This game describes itself this way. So this is actually a very cool game. I'm having a lot of fun in all seriousness. It's basically, there is permadeath, but there is a bit of progression to kind of help you going on your next playthrough and so on. It kind of feels to me like a good replacement for Rogue Legacy. I used to love that game. Not replacement, obviously they're quite different, but they share some elements. But yeah, I think a lot of fans of roguelite will have a lot of fun with this game. So you can see this is a bag of gold. This is just my, a percentage, a 25% of my gold from my previous death. So I should start off by saying that we are playing currently the early access beta version of the game. So obviously it's not complete. The devs said they want to double basically everything. You can see this is all of the items I've collected so far. They want to double the items, double the monsters, double the levels. So that's very cool. Although I am playing on PC on Steam, I am playing with a controller as well because I just feel like this genre lends itself better to that. So you start off with just a sword, a basic sword. And you can pick up an arrow if you want to. You can shoot while crouching. You can also pick up a shield. You can't hold that up forever. It's kind of a timed parry thing. So you try to just stun people. I'm gonna stick with this because an arrow is self-explanatory. You get it. You can roll to dodge some stuff, and you can stomp down when you after jumping. And that's basically the extent of what you start off in the game with. I also have a potion that I've unlocked. You unlock that pretty early on. Alright, so you can open up the door or you can just smash it open. I love that. I'm gonna just block this guy's arrows. Get the hell out of here. So far, there aren't really any combos, at least not with this basic sword. It's just, you just mash the attack button. I'm probably gonna die quite a lot doing this video, aren't I? You can double jump. So you can see I'm collecting some gems or whatever. That's basically just money. But you can also see I'm collecting these big blue balls. Those are the dead cells in this game. See, it's the title. And you use those for your permanent upgrades. The ones that will carry over to next runs. I'm doing alpha right now. Get out of here. And those will unlock abilities and weapons and blueprints and stuff like that. You'll see soon enough. But yeah, I wanted to say about the fighting. It's very simple. You're just smashing so far, at least with the standard sword. You'll get stuff like maybe double daggers, which will kind of do a triple attack and critical attack. But the combat mostly consists of not combos or anything, but just kind of timing your dodge, timing your block, and then attacking. That's why the devs kind of call it Dark Souls like. So this is a item you can see. I'm gonna pick it up. It's going to the right trigger thing. By the way, the game instantly changes to control keyboard and mouse controls if you want to, which is great. But yeah, you know, I mean, you can press E to throw it. There you go. Anyway, it's a flashbang, very self-explanatory. It just kind of stuns the people around you, and then you murder them. Nice, good stuff. All right, so these guys, you can see they're kind of a small variation. Oh, jeez, woo! Okay, no friendly fire, it seems. So I'm actually launching back the orbs, which is very nice. Get the hell out of here! Alright. You're gonna make our way down. And let me just flashbang this guy because why the hell not? So, I mean, the combat is pretty easy so far. I mean, I've lost half of my health. But that's only because I've been doing commentary right now. Generally, in this first level, I barely take any damage. I mean, that's how it should be, right? Okay, so these are teleporters. You'll unlock them throughout levels. And you can just teleport back and forth if you want to. I should point out a very important thing. This is randomly generated, the levels. So every time you play through, although the environments will be the same and the enemies will be the same, more or less, item placements and secret areas and stuff like that will kind of just be shuffled around. So you saw I just picked up this thing. This is a temporary stat boost for this current playthrough. It will not continue onwards for my other playthroughs. But I'm just going to increase my health. Why the hell not? Because I'm low on health now anyway. But yeah, that will only stay for this current playthrough. So these things are pretty interesting. You can see when I pause, on the right side I've got runes. I've got Vine Rune only at the moment. So these are basically also abilities that you unlock permanently. I unlocked this one in my previous playthrough. And there you go, you can see I unlocked a new path, which I've never been able to grow these vines before. This is a new thing. And that will take me to a completely new area, a new level type. Because I've done that. So, you know, that's kind of like a good way of feeling like you're really progressing in the game. You unlock a new ability that takes you to somewhere that you absolutely couldn't have gone to before. Okay, so we're just gonna run here to the left. You can, like, obviously just speed run this and try go through the levels as fast as possible. Oh, I saw something very delicious over there. You could technically just do that, but I like to explore every single room possible to find stuff like this, baby. Woo! Oh, it's just an ice bomb. I don't really care for these, but okay. Get the hell out of here, door. So, yeah, those treasure chests are pretty self-explanatory. It's a treasure room. You get some cool stuff, basically. You get some cool stuff. Get the hell out of here with your pink orb. So the enemies actually will get... Oh, I discovered a secret by just punching a fake tile. Probably fake, but you should be able to you should be able to trick a poor soul into buying it for 250 gold. Nice! That's very nice of us. What the hell happened? That guy just, like, hurt himself or something? I don't understand. Whoa! I just blocked way too early. Alright, so I guess this gives me an opportunity to show you how the potion works. Or not, because I just found a carrot that insta-heals me. Okay, so these shield guys, I actually like how unforgiving they are. No matter if I throw a flashbang in front of them, you see, it did nothing. It just completely blocks them. They completely block everything you do. Like, everything. I can't even attack from here. So I have to get behind him, or I'm going to try parry him. There you go, like that. I was lucky I had a shield, but if I picked the arrow instead, I would have been screwed. Let's take this throwing knife. Yes, I'm going to replace... Let's replace the shield, because I think you've seen enough of it. Get the hell out of here! So this is one of the many door types. This one you actually have to pay a certain fee to open it, because they like to blackmail us, I guess. So these kunai are very, I feel a little bit OP, honestly, actually. They cause bleeding in enemies. I just paid for that. I paid 1,000 fucking gold to open this up. I'm not picking it up yet. Don't worry, I'll get back to it. These kunai, by the way, are very useful items. They're kind of really powerful in this first area, but they're quite strong later on, because you need crowd control weapons in this game. In the later levels, the enemies are so hard and there's so many of them. And what these throwing knives do is basically they cause bleeding in an enemy, and if the bleeding kills the enemy as opposed to the impact damage from the initial throw, so they actually bleed out, then they'll cause bleeding to all the enemies near them. So you can kind of get this huge group bleed out. It's very nice. Anyway, we're going to try this. Enemies hit explode upon death. Okay, interesting. I paid money for this, so whether I like it or not, I'm gonna pick it up. Okay, so it is a forward charging shield, because as you can see, this one makes you stand still. This one actually does not. So a nice detail, you can see right now the sword is assigned to X and the shield is assigned to Y. You can just go to this menu and switch them back and forth like this. So now that the shield is X and the knife is Y. So it's good, like, if you know, you can get whips, you can get throwing knives, stuff like that, and if you want to just kind of reassign them to a different button, you can. Alright, so this is the example of a shop. A very pleasant shop owner. Unfortunately, I have no money for you, dude. I spent it on a random gold door that I found. I actually would have loved to buy one of these, but too bad for me, I guess. Also, you cannot, at least at the moment, you cannot, like, try in Spelunky or Crypt of the Necrodancer. You can't attack the shop owner in any way and try to steal his shit. We're a respectable person, although we are selling fake gems to people. Oh shit, I don't have my oh no, I do have my shield. Okay, let's try it. Fuck me, I did not realize how low my health was. Wow, okay, so when you die you lose all of your cells, and you are reduced to this pile of muck, and you restart. Alright, well, really quickly before I cut, I'm just going to show you, as you can see, I just jumped out of the spawn area, and it is, different to how we started in previous playthroughs, so there you go. Like, the level, I think the room designs and all that are handcrafted, but the actual placement of everything is shuffled around. This is something weird. I found these sarcophaguses with a smiley face, and you can just rub them. I don't get it, but it makes me very uncomfortable. There must be some sort of secret to do with it, right? It's probably a rune that you get later on, and you can, like, travel through sarcophagus. That's exactly what it is, isn't it? I was always wondering, like, why the fuck am I rubbing this thing? Alright, so, I found a new area, toxic sewers. And that's how you travel to new areas. There are also bosses. There's only 2 bosses at the moment of this early access version that I'm playing. There are also mini bosses. They're called elites. And they're basically, as you see, by the way, you get stunned when you fall down. Elites are basically exactly the same enemies that you've been fighting the entire time, but faster or a little bit stronger. Like, there's an archer guy who shoots a row of two arrows at the same time, or he just shoots them very fast, stuff like that. But they are quite challenging at times. Alright, so this is the guy that you meet in between levels. Hello. He looks very mysterious and ominous, and it's great. So these are the permanent upgrades that you get throughout playthroughs that I was talking about. So you can see here, you start off by actually purchasing the healing potion. I think it's only like 5 cells, so you'll definitely get it in your first playthrough. Unless you suck, I guess. But yeah, this is the gold recovery thing I have, so you conserve 40% of your gold when you die. At the moment I have this one only, 25%. And this one needs 19 more cells to be invested into. And then that's when I'll actually... There you go. So I need 12 more now, and then when that's unlocked, I'll start preserving 40% of it when I die. So that's a nice kind of way to carry over your previous playthrough to your next playthrough. So that's why I'm kind of investing into that one. But you can also do stuff like this. like I can purchase a blood sword. So at the end of your interaction with him, you can also come fully healed from these giant potion things and also refill your potion. Very nice guy. He's a very nice guy. We're in a completely new level now. I think there's 11 different environments to explore right now, and I think the dev said it's up to about 20 hours for one playthrough. So you saw that scorpion enemy, there you go, right there. I mean, you fight it the same way, like you actually try to inflict the same amount of damage to it the same way. You just kind of mash, and then if you've got your shield, you block, or if you don't have your shield, you dodge. Get the hell out of my face, you gross creature! God, I think I probably should have brought the shield. Whoa, jeez! I've never seen those guys before, so I didn't know they explode. Okay, I'm gonna heal myself. So yeah, although your approach to actually fighting them is the same, the way you try to maneuver around the enemies will be different. Whoa! That sweet ass dodge. So yeah, I mean, we're only on the second chapter at the moment, but as you can see, it's already gotten much more challenging. And I've never felt like while I was playing the game and I died, I never really got frustrated. I don't know, I generally don't get angry when I play games anyway, but I feel like the controls are just so tight and the combat feels so good that you never really feel like it's the game's fault that you died. It's kind of just you suck, so just get better next time and you won't die. I don't know, I get those vibes from the game. Like, it's just it feels very polished, the actual mechanics, and it's very satisfying to play. I should say, by the way, that I love the music so far. It actually, the starter music of the first level got stuck in my head for a few days, and I was humming it to myself. And I was thinking, what the hell is this from? What am I singing right now? And then it hit me. Get the hell out of my face! Alright, what's this? Oh, right, this is a blueprint. So, you pick it up, and the only way I'll actually be able to craft this is if I survive long enough to get to that guy with the hourglass, and I'll store the blueprint with him. Okay, I'm gonna grab this shield because, first of all, I want a shield, but secondly, when you block people with it, they'll actually lose a golden tooth. Luckily for me, all the enemies have golden teeth. So, it's a very quick way to make money if I survive long enough to actually keep the money. This is a timed door, which is actually quite a nice idea. So if you're kind of into the speedrunning-ness, as I was talking about earlier, where you don't have to explore every single room, you can kind of just run through, then you'll be able to have access to doors like that. And honestly, you just feel like a badass when you're kind of just speeding through. Get out of my face! I don't like this water! I want to get out! Oh god, that was horrible. Yeah, speeding through and just kind of murdering everyone very quickly feels very satisfying. Okay, I wanna... No! Oh my god, that was so close. I'm so... this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted more health. No, get me out of this poison! Damn it! Whoa, okay, get out of my face. There you go, you can see the golden tooth. It's also very wobbly, it seems. Alright, I wanna try... Ugh, not landing that. That's gonna be very horrible if I do. Alright, cool. By the way, you can also access, you know, you've got your small mini-map in the bottom right corner that's covered by my name at the moment, but you can also press a button and you'll see a full map like that. In case you want to track back and forth to different areas that you've been to and haven't been to. Fuck me. There you go, I lost my blueprint as you saw. So yeah, there you have it. It's a pretty hard game, and 10 times harder when I'm doing commentary, like damn. I'm honestly, I didn't even get to really show you any elite enemies or bosses. But yeah, it's much harder while you're talking and trying to focus on explaining the game. Alright, let's open up this baby. It's just a normal bomb. Okay. Well, beggars can't be choosers, right? I mean, let me just blow this guy up. Yeah! Whoa, it almost murdered him. Oh, it did in the end. Cool. I guess it, like... Oh, it poisons the enemy. Cool. That's nice. Alright, so, although I didn't get very far, I think you get the main gist of the game. I'm sure that if you're a fan of this genre, like rogue-lite games or metroidvania, you'll have a lot of fun with this. It just feels so satisfying to play. By the way, let me just give you a very quick rundown of the kind of items you can get. Like, you've seen some of this stuff here. You can also get bear traps, which will trap enemies when they land on it. You can also get stuff like a whip, like an electronic kind of whip thing, which will do a lot of damage and kind of target the closest enemy, but it goes quite far. Alright, so these swords, I love these swords. You can see, I can compare the damage. The base damage is stronger than my current sword, but also the third attack is a critical hit, and they just look badass. I mean, who doesn't love dual-wielding weapons, right? Get out of my face! Whoa! But yeah, I've been playing this game for quite a while now, and I still haven't even progressed to see all the levels. And just, it's such a fun and well-polished game, and honestly, I can't wait to see more stuff being added into it. I love the way this area looks. It's so cool. Yeah, I'm generally not a huge fan of pixel art, but this game does it great, I think. The design of all the characters look really cool. The actual animations are very nice. It's a very pleasant game to play. It just feels super satisfying, especially. I love the combat. Although it's very simple, it just feels so good to kill stuff. Maybe I shouldn't be admitting that on YouTube. But yeah, I'm just really enjoying the game. I don't really have anything bad to say. I can't think of any problems I have with the game, honestly. It's already in a very good shape, and if the devs just keep adding new content, I think that's great. I mean, I haven't been playing too long, but I've been playing a decent amount, and I've already gotten most of the items. But if they said they even plan on adding more, then that's just great. I guess if I'm gonna really push myself to find some sort of gripe, it would be that the starter area after a million playthroughs gets a little bit stale quite quickly. But I'm not sure what else they can really do with that other than maybe having multiple starting areas to shuffle through, kind of like the Binding of Isaac after you got the Wrath of the Lamb DLC. It would start between the basement or the cellar. I mean, yeah, that's actually a pretty decent solution, I guess, but it's not too big of a gripe, because later on in the game you get stuff that kind of just makes it much more of a breeze to kind of just speed run through that first area. But yeah, I guess if there's one problem I would list, it would be that. Other than that, the game's just pretty much perfect. Although it's fucking hard. Alright, thank you for watching, everybody. Please don't forget to like and share the video if you enjoyed it or thought it was useful. And there's a link in the description, as always, to buy the game on Steam, and also a written review on the Steam store page by me. Oh, let's quickly get through the door. Yeah! I ain't too slow, buddy. Ooh, look at all these gems. Oh, delicious. Thank you once again very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, I love you! Woohoo! Was that masterful or what? Holy shit.